Hello everybody, welcome to a new episode of Kingdom Come Deliverance gameplay. I am the introverted comedian, and during this episode we are going to do some quests for Hans Capon, or at least related to him. I did start a DLC quest, I think it was 2 episodes ago, related to him, but I didn't go after them. I only did part of it. So, enough about that, let's press continue and carry on with the gaming. Yeah, so basically the quest is called Honey Words, and it will take me to Sasau. Now basically this is a DLC quest which involves other quests as well, and I will have to do a few extra quests before actually carrying on with this one. As you can see, I am supposed to get the Mosque of Infinite Allure from a charlatan for Sir Hans Capon, which pretty much says it all, that it will be tricky to get it. So it's better if I can just fast travel over there. There's no point in riding my horse for that long. Yeah, so there we are. I am in Sasau right now. As you can see, there's a pretty shady person over here, the charlatan.
What? Of course,
And you can ask him about the Mosque of Infinite Allure.
How do you think? Yeah, so it would seem. Who do you take? But since you ask.
If you want, you can just buy the recipe from him, or buy the mosque from him. I'm not sure which one you get. I think it's the recipe, so you can make it later. But there is another way to do it. And that's by actually becoming his apprentice. So you can also ask him about his dream.
Yes. And that's supposed to be. Oh, what's? Hen. So, hen.
And of course tell him that you want to become his apprentice. And once you say that, you will start miracles while you wait.
I have my. Go on.
And you will get sent to do a couple of things.
About that tooth.
So you need to get a tooth, St. Procopius tooth. It just needs to be from someone called Procopius. And he will actually give you the details on how to get that tooth.
Fine. This topping. You're not a carpenter. No, I'm a blacksmith. I see. Well.
Yeah, you need to get some other item. It's a piece of spruce, a branch, and then a player's talisman. And apparently the rabbit's paw doesn't work as lock in this game, and it needs to be a cat's paw. So yeah.
I'll get looking for.
Yeah, so at this point things will get a little bit tricky. As you can see, you have them marked on the map. You can get the topping, a branch from the topping, which is somewhere high on the monastery, but I will show you exactly how to get there. There is a layman called Procopius, which can donate a tooth for your cause, and you got the cat's paw talisman close by. So first thing first, I will go after that branch. It's basically the easiest to get. Before that, I will, however, need some nourishment, so hopefully I will find a food pot at the monastery. I think there should be one. So if I'm not mistaken, there should be one here on the right. Yeah, there it is. My nourishment was going kind of low. I do need to check something that I kind of forgot about, which is how many savior schnapps I have, and I have enough for the moment. Yeah, so basically, as you can see, up there it's topping out. As far as I remember, you can't really shoot it from here. I will try to do so, but with my poor skills in shooting a bow, I'm not sure I can actually hit it. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to hit it from down here. Yeah, so nothing happened. Well, if you do have this issue, you need to climb until you reach the top. We've got quite a few ladders over here which can take you to the top. Yeah, so basically the thing that makes this part more challenging is exactly this one. The fact that you need to climb up and then you need to climb down from here. If you want, you can try to lockpick these, but there's not much in them. There are a couple of them. They are quite good if you need some lockpicking experience. In my case, I don't really need it, so I'm not bothered. I already have lockpicking at level 19, so I'm not really worried about going for easy locks. Yeah, so as I said, now since you're at the same level with that topping out, you just need to shoot an arrow. As you could see, one of the branches already fell, and now again you need to climb the ladders, only this time you need to climb them down. If you want, you can try to jump, but only from one floor to the other. I don't advise you to try and jump from that high, as you will definitely die, and then you will need to get up again, which will make it double the amount of annoying. So the best thing you can do is bear with going down one ladder after another until you have the item you're supposed to get. At this point, if you want, you can actually jump, because there's not much of a danger for you. Yeah, and there we go. We have the topping out branch. Yeah, so once the quest registers this, you can go further. Now, the next thing is to get the tooth from Procopius. You can find him close by. The reason why I chose to go in this order is because you can actually get that branch, then get Procopius to the blacksmith, who will pull his tooth out, and after that you can get that cat's paw from the dice player. Yeah, so Procopius can be found over here in the traders area at the Sasau monastery. You will need to do some convincing, of course, regarding his tooth.
How do you know about that?
If you unlocked a couple of perks, you can actually go with this one, that you're a physician.
Isn't that what I said? There's a blacksmith down in the town. No. I understand. You do that? Of course. Jesus Christ. I'm a grown man.
Yeah, so you will need to escort him all the way to the blacksmith. Now, escorting him does actually mean babysitting him. As you can see, he was already trying to make an escape, so don't allow him.
Don't worry.
Just stand next to him and be ready to talk to him, talk him through, in order to reach the blacksmith. And if you actually want to finish the quest quickly, you will just need to stay behind him, otherwise he will chicken out of it. Yeah, so apparently there's a storm going on. Even a storm shouldn't stop you from forcing a man to get his tooth pulled out in order for you to deceive people. Well, you're not the one deceiving them, the charlatan is.
I don't know. Isn't it a waste of time? Maybe it'll go away on its own.
Yeah, once again, you need some encouraging words.
The sooner we get it out, the better. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, so the sun is out. Apparently, even nature wants to see that tooth pulled out.
Look, I can't. It's embarrassing. I'm a coward and I won't be able to handle it.
Once again, he will start moaning just in front of the
We're almost there. Just be a man.
blacksmith's house.
Right. Let's go.
And you manage to convince him to give up his tooth.
Let's do it.
Ah, look. Jesus it's Christ, out. Hey, want to keep it as a memento?
I love it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and you've got your precious Procopius tooth, while forcing poor Procopius to go to the blacksmith. Yeah, and now on the list, at this tavern next to where the charlatan is, you will find a man, not this one. You'll find this man, the gambler,
I wanted this.
and ask him about the player's talisman.
Lady luck has been good to people say that you. Is that not all? No, it is. Why?
And of course, you can play dice for it.
As you wish. Sure.
You will of course need to have those 100 groschen ready. If you want, you can bring some special dice. If you don't really need them, there's no rush into it. If you already know the rules, you can easily get it. Yeah, so hopefully that talisman won't be that lucky. He does have some special dice. And I am a little bit worried that I might not be able to win it.
Now you.
Yeah, so I was quite lucky myself. but I'm not sure if I'm lucky enough. I will score and pass, and I was close to winning it. Hopefully he won't get a very good hand, otherwise I'm done. And I was lucky, he gave up. And now I can actually beat him.
Well, seeing how else. Not to you, anyway.
Yeah, and I also got the cat's paw. So, once you have all of them, if you want you can bring them one by one, but there's no point in it. Basically you can have all of them, then you can come to the charlatan and give him the items.
You wanted.
Splendid, splendid. So, show me what you've got.
The tooth of layman Procopius, which definitely isn't holy.
It isn't, but calm now, don't exaggerate.
Yeah, he will give you something in return, of course.
For luck.
Not necessarily something valuable.
You wouldn't believe it.
Oh, no, you...
Oh, I didn't...
Oh, well, luckily it's a cat's paw, so it has other use.
A branch from a blessed topping out.
Excellent. And how did you get it down?
I had to shoot it down.
Watch out for this man. He's a...
Well,
So, you've got all that...
Yeah, so you can ask him
shake him with anticipation.
There's one more thing.
What thing?
about any other tasks.
A shroud?
And apparently he needs a shroud of burial. A burial shroud, better said.
I'm just supposed to take
So you will need to kind of steal it.
And does it matter?
It needs...
Right.
His family...
And who was this local?
I know only a little, but according to the locals... Goodbye.
Yeah, so at this point you will get a location where to get the burial shroud from. It's basically the church nearby. This is a little bit tricky to do, because there is a man getting ready to be buried. The issue is that his son is also there. I'll just wash myself in order to have plenty of charisma in case I need to convince him. And I will save the game just before going inside. Now there's a chance that I just passed him or he passed by me. I think it's this guy. So if that happens, you can just sneak inside and get that burial shroud. Of course, run away quickly before you're seen. Yeah, so in case he was still there, you did need to do some convincing. But since he was such a good and helpful man, I managed to get it without having to fight him or having to lie to him. So next I need to talk to the charlatan again.
I have the...
Lord Almighty, be quiet. You don't want everyone...
Yeah, so he is a little bit afraid of getting that in public, otherwise people might try to harm him. So he will ask you to go to his house, that's nearby. Yeah, so basically this is the one. It's next to the river over here, nearly outside Sasau. You will need to go inside, wait for him here. If you want, you can have some food. Now the best way to actually deal with this is to skip 1 hour, and that will give him enough time to actually get here. And you will find him in this room.
I have the shroud for you.
And you can give him the shroud.
Good work.
Yes, well,
I'm sure. See you later.
Yeah, so once he takes the shroud from you,
Let's teach him a lesson.
people come bearing pitchforks,
Delay them.
trying to take his life.
Now, there's a reward for you in the trunk. I'll see you in the next go.
And he just skipped town. He's running to Ledechko. As he said, you do have a reward in the trunk. They are, let's say, valuable. If you want, you can pick that one as well. And now you need to go outside and keep the rioters busy. As you can see, you can easily try to convince them.
Bastard. Either way, he'd better not show his face in this town again. Let's go.
And as you can see, it's not something impossible. Now, if your speech skill was not good enough or you chose the wrong option, you will have ended in having to fight them. And that's not something very good. As I said, if you want, you can have a look around and loot whatever is in here. As far as I remember, there's nothing actually valuable in there. So now it's time to check the quest log. Yeah, so I still need that Mask of Allure. And the charlatan did say that he moved on to Ledechko. Now, before going there, I need to find myself some belladonnas. I don't really remember where they are, close to Sasau. But I don't really have that many potions, and those would come in handy. I need some savior schnapps. Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, I should find a few of them on one of those hills close by. If not, I can just go to a herbalist or an alchemist or an apothecary and I can either buy the potions or I can just buy the ingredients. I do know where to get some belladonnas, but I don't really want to go that far at the moment. I want to stay in the area. Yeah, so as I said, if I remember well, there should be at least a couple of them around here. I'll just get myself some nettles. And check the forest for belladonnas. Well, I did find some interesting site. Well, I'm not interested in it at the moment. Yeah, the annoying bit about this is that I actually came in kind of late. And you can barely see things at night. Well, it's in the evening, it's not night. But still, there's not much I can see. So I guess I'll just go to the local priest. One of them is actually an alchemist as well, so he should be able to help me with a couple of belladonnas. Yeah, I was kind of sure that I could find some of them here, but apparently it's not as easy as I thought. Yeah, so as I was saying, fortunately there is one priest who deals with herbs. And more than that, he also has an alchemist table, or an alchemist bench, better said. I did help him some time ago. Well, we helped each other during another quest. And there he is, Brother Nicodemus. Yeah, so he has a good amount of belladonnas. And I can go straight away at making my potions. It's enough to get 15 potions, since I do have some perks in alchemy. So these should suffice for this episode. Since I'm not fighting, or not that much, I don't really need that many potions. Yeah, so there we go. I'm out of ingredients. And I will send what I don't need to the horse. Yeah, so now it's time to go to Ledechko. I do have a room there, so I can get some sleep once I reach the hamlet. I don't really need that sleep, but I can replenish my energy since it's quite late and the charlatan won't be able to actually continue that quest until morning. Yeah, so apparently I failed in getting over that obstacle, and I did manage to fall from the horse, but that was only a minor inconvenience. I can still run away. Usually when it's a cart like that, it's not really worth it to stay there and fight. Most of the times it's some peasants with some poor loot, and as I said, I don't really plan to do that much fighting. So if they have something against me and really want to get me, they should come after me, but they won't. Yeah, so there we go. I'm at the inn, and I can get myself some sleep. And it's best if you do it like until 8 o'clock, so that the charlatan has enough time to wake up. Now, if you have full energy and you want to read some book, that would be a very useful way to pass time. If you want, you can just skip time. If you don't want to sleep, it's up to you. Yeah, I don't really like to have that many things in my inventory, so I'll just put them on my horse. And once this guy is awake, you'll find him over here trying to cheat people.
Well. Let me guess. You saw it.
I knew.
But I had a divine.
Oh.
I'd like to try.
And if you want to get on with the quest, you need to ask him what he needs you to help him with.
They say, does this look... I'm an... And any time now, the slanderous gossip will spread here from Sassau. So, what's needed is to give the locals a bit of...
I'm not going to go around beat.
What do you take me? We must gently demonstrate to them the necessity of buying my
Revenant?
the dead.
Yeah, I saw something like...
Don't make light.
Chop its head off.
You are my trained...
Yeah, so apparently you need to scare the villagers a little bit
Well,
in
Not
Ledečko.
entirely. What is...
you have to...
Why this particular...
The locals don't like...
Well, if that's...
Then it would be...
I'll need...
Yeah.
And what am I to do with...
Keep them.
Great.
There's a gospel.
And what am I to tell them?
All you have to do is...
Where does this woman...
The last house on the rumor.
Yeah, so he will tell you where a woman who likes to gossip
Dig up the
lives.
grave. Talk to the...
That's what she is called, the
I might have
gossip.
known any task for Capon would turn into some...
And once you accept his conditions, you start the quest No Rest for the Wicked. And the first step in doing that is to go and dig up a grave. When it comes to that grave, it's up on a hill. It's quite easy to find. It's just a little bit southwest of Ledečko. Now, as Henry and the charlatan said earlier, you will need a spade. I do have a spade always. It's either on myself or on the horse, in case I find some treasure. So this is the grave. As I said, if I don't have it on myself, it's on the horse. And you will find the remains of a man over here. You'll need to pick them up if some annoying dog would allow you to.
Come along.
Well, as long as he didn't mistake these bones for his food, it's okay-ish. Yeah, so you might actually need to leave the grave for a little bit in order for the dog to go out as well, in order for you to pick the pieces. Yeah, so once you remove the remains, the quest will require you to go to this house where the local gossip is. Sometimes you can find her walking around town or village, or you can actually find her at the bathhouse. So it's not really that relevant. You will have the quest marker taking you to her. If she is at home, that makes it a little bit easier for you because her house is closer to that hill where the grave was. And there we go. Right over here you've got her house, just as you enter or exit Ledečko, and this is the woman. She is called Gossip.
God be with you.
Heavens, no.
And what about that?
What empty grave?
The one beyond the village.
How would you
Once
know
you
it?
start
Oh, it's
talking
dug up,
about
right?
the empty grave, she will
Lord
start
in heaven.
How come it's not in hallowed?
making a fuss out of it.
Well, there was always a lot of charcoal burners here, but this...
No one
She
wanted
will
to...
actually tell you the story of
Well, I can understand.
His wife was
who
But thieving is...
was in that
Well,
grave.
at first it was just a few eggs.
And I suppose he was harshly punished.
Even then he didn't let on why he was doing it.
So justice was done.
It wasn't enough.
Well, he got off lightly.
And in the end...
The butcher caught up.
No.
I'm sorry to hear that.
True, lad.
Nothing could have been done.
There was no one there. They say on that day, he parted ways with God forever. Don't ask me.
Come now.
Yeah, so you can actually ask for more information. Yeah, now that you got the information from her, you will need to talk to the charlatan. And tell him the whole story.
God be with you.
I know who was buried.
So begin.
No, don't start. What? He was from Ledetchko. He was trying to eke out a living for himself and his wife, but he couldn't manage. When she fell pregnant, he took...
Pride drove him from the straight and narrow path, and soon he sold it.
They caught him and punished him, but some of the people he'd robbed didn't think it was enough. Then when his wife died in childbirth, and the child too, he blamed everyone for it. Even God.
But when the time came to pay him, the charcoal burner cursed God. He came back. As
Jesus did.
Yeah, so as you can see,
Sorry, did you say something?
this guy is actually
The question is,
going with some crazy story.
He was... Maybe just... What? You...
so I hope.
But what if someone...
Who's
Sure. And how would I know?
I'll off you.
But whatever he did... Help?
Me, of course.
But there is no...
Not yet.
You can also offer to bury the remains of that poor charcoal burner.
At least the poor wretch will...
Maybe. As long as you bury him in hallowed ground.
Like in Ratai, maybe?
Well, that's probably the nearest. That gossip-mongering crone would know.
True, I could ask her.
If you must. But for heaven's sake, don't even take care.
Yeah, so you can ask that woman where you could actually bury the bones. Now, as you can see, besides that, I got some other tasks. I need to replace the butcher's fresh meat with rotten one. But first I need to find out what kind of meat the butcher has. I need to color the water at the butts in red to make it look like blood. And to replace the eggs in the chicken coop with charcoal. Now, if you want to replace the eggs with charcoal, you will need to get some charcoal from the general merchant, unless you already have
God
some.
be with you.
As far as I remember, I don't really have it, so I will have to buy it from this guy. And 3 pieces are enough. Now, when it comes to chicken coops, you will have to look around for a bit. And make sure that no one sees you when you replace the eggs. When it comes to the butcher's meat, I need to check it at night, because I need to get inside his house. And as far as I remember, you're not allowed to go during the day. If you want, you can ask the butcher himself about it, but he won't give you much information. So, not that useful. Okay, so first thing first, I want to bury Lev's remains. So I will need the gossip lady to tell me exactly where to do so. And she is on her way out. And I can ask her.
Good wife?
Yes, lad.
You know, I can't stop...
Have you no consideration for a poor old woman? I told you I don't want to...
Yeah, you can actually go for any of these options if you have enough speech skill.
What?
Well?
Guilt?
Well, clearly something weighs heavy on your soul, just like the other villagers. The older ones. And well, that wretch returns as a revenant, and no one does...
Oh, several people from the village. Then he buried his wife and...
Lev, you say his name?
There's 3, roughly.
For this...
Nothing. He went back to his work.
So he died alone?
Actually, it was the villagers.
What?
No. Not long after, fires.
And of course suspicion...
Yeah, so apparently he was actually killed by the villagers.
By burning on the fires.
So he was innocent?
He was.
Well, I won't condemn you. May he forgive you.
Thanks, lad.
God bless.
Yeah, so she will tell you where you can actually bury him. And you can do it next to Ledechko. Or you can bury them in Ratei. I will do it next to Ledechko because I don't really want to go that far. Let's see if there's any difference. Yeah, so that's actually the best place next to Ledechko, since that's where his wife and child were buried.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is the place.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, so now that I did that part, it's time to replace those eggs. But before doing that, I will save my progress, as I always forget about that and then end up doing something that shouldn't be done, and I need to start catching up. So I think there should be a chicken coop over here. Maybe not. Yeah, so you can take an egg and place a charcoal instead. You need to find 3 of those chicken coops.
What's that?
And you need to make sure that people don't see you. So there's another one over here. Yeah, apparently there's none of them here, but there should be at least one in this direction. Or maybe not. Ah, there it is, I think. Yeah, so you will need to be quite careful. And there we go. That's the part about the egg replacement. Okay, so next you will need to have some spoiled meat. And in order to have that spoiled meat, you will need to buy it or kill some animals to get it. If you want to find out how many chickens
That should be no problem.
the butcher has, you need to come over here. And as you can see, you will need 4 chickens. You can actually get the meat either from the butcher or from this lady. Now you will also need some mutton. Not sure if this is enough though. I will get it. And yeah, I still need to find out exactly what other types of meat he has. Not to mention, I do need to brew a potion. Now, I do know he will have some deer meat, some venison. I just need to get over here and get some. Yeah, so in order to color the water, you will need a fake blood potion, which can be prepared at the alchemist's bench. And you will need some poppy, some thistle, some St. John's wort. And since I'm here, I should be able to get the ingredients. In this area, if I remember well, of course. Yeah, so that's the thistle, and I think there's some St. John's wort over here. Now all I need is some poppies. As far as I remember, I can actually find them inside the forest or somewhere around here. No. Yeah, so apparently when I need marigold, I cannot get it. When I don't need it, I do get it. I think there's a chance I can actually buy it. There's a herbalist over here, so I should be able to buy it from her. But before doing that, I want to get that deer meat. And there's a hunting spot close by. Now I just need a deer to spawn. And there we go. Now this is a little bit tricky since it's basically stolen food. So I need to make sure that I'm not caught by anyone. Apparently I was supposed to read that long time ago. I think 100, more than 100 deer meat should be okay. If not, I can always come back over here. And now I need to see if I can get some poppy from the alchemist. This lady also has a quest. I advise you not to take it just yet. Wait until later.
God, what?
Yeah, so she does have poppies. And now, in order to brew that potion, let me just check exactly, because I remember I did it a couple of times before. Yeah, so basically you will need like this. You will need some wine. Then you need one poppy, one St. John's wort and one thistle. Get one of each, add them to the mortar. Now use the pestle to grind them all up. Add them to the cauldron. Now boil for one turn. And once it cools down, you take a file and get your fake blood potion. Yeah, so now you can get back to Ledechko. Another issue, if I remember well, you will need a higher quantity of mutton, and that is a little bit tricky since you will need to either go to another village or to Ratei or something like that, or you will need to kill sheep for that. If you want to easily get it without buying it, there should be some sheep around here. But you will need to make sure that no one sees you when you kill them, otherwise you might end up in jail. So it's not in this area. I think it's over there. Yeah, so there we go. You can find the sheep over here. You can either shoot them down with a bow and arrow, or you can simply use a sword to slaughter them. Now, in my case, I do prefer to I think I will just go to the butcher over here, or check the tanner if he has any meat. I don't know why the game didn't actually allow this woman to have 25 pieces. Maybe she spawned some more, let's see. And no, she didn't.
Wine squeezed from grapes.
Now there is a chance that the innkeeper might have some.
What else you? Take care now.
Unfortunately, he only has cooked one. I don't need cooked one.
I'd like a beer.
I'll try to see
Rare spicy.
if the general trader has any.
What do you need? Take care.
And apparently he doesn't. Yeah, so I do need to wait for it to spoil. Basically it needs to go, I think, below 30% in
Rare
durability.
tinctures, magical elixirs.
So I'll just try to see if the tanner has something. If not, I might just need to go to Ratay. I don't really want to kill a sheep for that, although it might be faster. But I do need to pass time until evening, so going to Ratay is not such a bad idea.
I respect.
Yeah, so unfortunately this guy only has pelts and hides. Yeah, so I'll just quickly go to Ratay. On my way over there I can check if the band of bastards, basically Sir Kuno and his knights, left. And they did. They used to live over here. Yeah, so if you want to actually progress through this quest faster, it's best if you actually have the meat from the start. The chicken, the mutton, the venison. I'm not sure if it's actually what I got. It might be the raw meat, so I will have to hunt some of those as well. But before that I will get some more sheep meat, some mutton from the butcher in Ratay. Now I will leave my horse over here.
Mother of God bless.
Yeah, so I will take all of it, even though I don't really need it. And now I need to find a place to hunt raw. I think there's one over here, so I can actually head back to Ledechko. And it's time to do some hunting. If I'm lucky, of course. Wild deer are easy to get. The rows are kind of hard to actually hunt. Yeah, so there we go. The hunting spot is right here, close by. Time to bring out the bow and arrows. Now, if they don't spawn immediately, you will need to wait for a little bit. Maybe even skip an hour or so. Yeah, so I'll just go with skipping 1 hour. Hopefully they will show up. And there's one. Not sure if I actually got it. Yeah, I doubt I got it. If you don't want to use the bow and arrows, you can always ask your dog to hunt them down. But you will need to see them first. And I have no idea where that one went. And there it is. Yeah, so I'll just use the dog to hunt it. As you can see, he is quite fast. And that's enough meat. I will see if I have anything to send away to the horse. And apparently I do need to drop some of this venison. So I think 35 should be okay. And it is. Yeah, so now that I have the meats and everything, I will have to wait until nighttime to replace the fresh butcher meat. Well, basically first I need to find out exactly what kind of meat he has. Then I need to wait for these to spoil. Also, I do need to go at the bathhouse during the night when no one can witness while I add the fake blood to the water. And another thing I need to do at night is to steal rosaries from people. You could try doing it during the day, but it's kind of risky. Now, during the night, you can actually wait for the town guard to go from one place to the other. If you don't have enough pickpocketing skill, you can just knock them down and take the rosaries from their inventory. If you have enough skill or with some save game, you can actually increase your pickpocketing skill while getting those rosaries. Yeah, so first I will head over to the tavern. As that's where I want to wait for nightfall. Also, I think I need some food. And there might be some over here. Nope. Well, even if there's no food over here, and I do need it, I do have a room rented forever over here, and they do have food, so I can just have a quick lunch or dinner from the pot. Yeah, so as I said, I will wait until nightfall, but it's better to wait until midnight, because if you want to start getting those rosaries, you will need people to start walking on their own. For some reason, everyone is, even the villagers are up until midnight, so they can see you while you're trying to steal from the guards, and that's not really good. So the best thing, wait until midnight, and then you have a couple of hours when you can do whatever you want. Yeah, so I will save the game just in case. So, as I said, the first task, before that I need my torch on, otherwise the guards will start suspecting me. So, the first task is to actually color the water over here. First I need to check if there's anyone around, and there isn't. Yeah, so there we go, that's coloring the water at the butts. You don't need to enter each of them, you just need to go for one of them and that's it. And before I start going for those rosaries, I want to get into the butcher's house. Now I need to make sure that no one sees you. The locks are easy, so it's not that hard to get in. You need to examine this.
I'll need lots of it if I'm to switch it all.
The lamp. You also need to open this door and examine this one.
From roe deer. No wonder it's under lock and key.
And you will see it's raw venison. Yeah, so I already have what I need. On the other hand, I do need to wait for them to get spoiled. The chicken is close to doing so. The mutton is close to doing so. But the roe and red deer are quite far, so I will have to do it the next night. Now, as I said, you do need to steal some rosaries, and in order to steal those you need the guards to be alone. Now usually they go from one part to the other of the village, and at some point they end up being alone. As I said earlier, you can knock them down, you can wait for them to stop at some place and pickpocket them quickly. It's up to you. You just need to make sure that you're not seen while doing any of those. Yeah, so personally I find it easier to knock them down. You can just go behind them and quickly knock them down. My advice is pick up their bodies. Hide them behind some bush. And you can actually loot them. And for some reason this guy doesn't have any rosaries. Well, next victim is waiting for me. There's also these guys, the watchmen. At the same time, you don't really need to rush that much with it. You just need to get the quest done whenever you can. So as I said, you can find some of them like this guy and try to pickpocket them, but you should be careful. so for some reason I'm not sure if the rosaries spawned. I'll just try to see if I can pickpocket this guy again. So I will take his groschen. Now this guy is coming, so I don't really have that much time to rob him. But I will go on the other side, and there should be another guard over there. If you want, you can try to pickpocket this man. Usually I didn't really succeed in doing that with him, so maybe not do it. Once again, whoopsie. Yeah, so I'm starting to think that those rosaries are not available anymore. I'll just drop this guy over here. Let me just get my stealth. Yeah, so I can actually unlock this one. Dogs will not bark or attack me unless I step on them. Now this is a little bit strange because for some reason these guys don't have their rosaries on. And I was also caught.
Hey! Don't move a finger!
Lucky for me,
Surrender!
I can just surrender.
You were seen. You should have thought.
And I can pay the fee.
You've purged. Spread your arms and legs. Let's see if you have anything else suspicious on you.
Yeah, so the food is close to spoiling, but not close enough. And oh yeah. So if you want to take my money, then I can take it back. Bye bye. Down in the bushes you go. And it was just in time because apparently some other guard is coming.
What's that?
And again, there's no one actually having rosaries. I'll just get my groschen back. And bye bye. So I think I need to find another way. Maybe try to rob some villagers. I'll just save the game first. Yeah, so it might actually be from villagers, although they're supposed to be from guards as well. I'll just try this guy. And he does have a rosary. I doubt that he'll have any rosaries in there, so it's not a good idea. Let's see if my friends are still knocked down. If not, I need to knock down some more. Yeah, apparently this guy woke up. And I'm not sure if he wants to steal from this guy or... he was reviving him. Let me check on that food, and it's close to spoiling. Maybe I have enough time to replace it. Yeah, so still no chance for me to actually get those rosaries. Now this guy is heading over there by himself, so he should be a nice victim. Now you should make sure that you have enough stealth and everything, because if not, these guys might actually fight back. So for some reason those rosaries are not spawning. Yeah, so I'll see how spoiled that chicken is. Not sure. I think the game will tell me if it's okay to replace it.
It needs more time to get good and rotten.
Yeah, so apparently it should be lower than 30%. Not sure if I can actually do it during this night. Now, since their door is open, I might as well check if they have some rosaries. Probably won't be in that one. Yeah, so the annoying part about this is that I don't really have that much pickpocketing skill. So I cannot see exactly what they have in their inventory, making it very, very difficult for me to actually get what I need. Yeah, so for some reason the guards don't have them anymore. And I know I did play a while ago and they did have them. This makes it a little bit difficult for me, but it's not impossible.
Bugger!
Yeah, so apparently that bandit was robbing this guy and the local law couldn't care any less. Alright, so let's see if there's any more people over here. I will save the game though. Yeah, so apparently it's not as easy as I thought. Yeah, basically when they're asleep it's supposed to be easier to steal from them, to pickpocket them. Apparently it's not that easy. If you want an example, like this guy is here by himself, you can knock him down. And once again this guy decided to catch me. Yeah, as I said, I have no idea why this is happening. Usually those guards should have some rosaries on themselves. So basically as soon as you knock one of them down, you should be able to get a rosary. Of course, you won't be able to get it from the same guy twice. But if you pick them one by one, it should be enough. Let's see. Yeah, so apparently this one had it. Let's see if I can make another one spawn it. Also, I see that the chicken is down to 30 in durability. Maybe it's going to work this time.
Not spoiled enough.
So apparently it does need to go a lot under 30. Or just under 30. So I need to once more run and check these guys.
Are you quite well?
Yeah, that one is already coming. Why couldn't you stay over there? I was close to pickpocketing.
Why are you creeping around like a footpad?
Yeah, so apparently that guy has an eye at his back.
What's going on there?
Yeah, so usually they're supposed to stay in one place for a little bit, and I think I will have to wait for the next night to actually knock them down. I'm not that lucky this night. So there's another one that can see me, so again, nothing I can do. Now, these are actually spoiled, yeah, so I think they're supposed to get that red X before you can actually replace them. So I will be able to replace that chicken after all. I will have to wait until the next night to replace the other ones. Yeah, so as you can see, they look quite bad, rotten. I need 25 pieces of mutton and I don't have them, so it's not something I can do just yet. Let's see if I can grab one of these guys.
Why are you creeping around like a footpad?
Yeah, so apparently they still are good at hiding those rosaries. But the way this is going, I think I have more chances of actually robbing them during daylight. And down you go. And one more rosary. So, if I'm lucky, I might be able to actually get them. Down you go. Yeah, so this one doesn't have any. So as long as they don't see you, you can just mess around for a little bit. No. Oh, that one actually disappeared. So I can knock this one down as well. And still no rosaries. Yeah, so as I was saying, I think I will have to wait until later. I don't need that meat to spoil anyway. Nope. Now there's already witnesses, so it doesn't work. Yeah, so I'm getting close to it. I basically need one more person to donate one of those rosaries. will save. I did use quite a lot of potions, but I don't want to lose progress. Apparently, these people want me to lose progress.
Can I do anything? What do you want? Pop it, or I'll call a guard. Is something the matter?
Let's see, maybe I can trick this guy into allowing me to rob him.
What's going on there?
What the hell was that?
Well, I never. Is something...
Never.
Do you need help? Something you're looking for here?
Yeah, so I don't know how some of them have eyes at their back. Apparently, this guy also woke up properly. Annoying
Hey!
people.
Who's there?
What?
I just need myself one more rosary and I can properly finish this. And there we go, some more pickpocketing experience. Maybe I can actually unlock a useful perk. And yeah, nope. I was actually hoping to get this one. Or maybe this one. But it seems it's at level 10. So I'll just go with this one. Now I think everyone already woke up, or most of them. You can come by the bathhouse and you will see that you cannot use it.
Grant you. Goodbye.
Or at least you are not supposed to be able to use it. Let's see. Yeah, this guy woke up. You can ask him what happened with the eggs and everything.
So?
Everyone's talking about...
Wasn't it 10?
Oh, you still... The bad... No one...
Well, at least they've got... That's still not enough.
You're getting there. Goodbye.
Yeah, so as he said, you still have to do a little bit of pushing. Let me see if I can find some more victims for those rosaries. Apparently that guard doesn't like me. Although I'm not sure he saw me. Yeah, so whenever I need people to actually stand around, they're not standing around, they're just messing around. When you need them to mess around, they just stand there. Let's see if I'm lucky enough to get the rosaries from this lady. Rosaries not. Yeah, so it is quite annoying, to be honest. Now I need this one to get spoiled. These are okay, so I could replace them when I get the chance to. And this is getting annoying again. If you want, you can knock down the bailiff, and take his rosaries. Not sure he will react very well, but hey, c'est la vie.
What do you think you're doing? I've a mind to call the guards.
Yeah, so apparently no one wants to give me those rosaries. I will have to wait until night time. I do need to replace that meat anyway. Yeah, so the annoying thing about this quest is that it can actually become very long, just because some of the characters are missing what they should have. Apparently everyone in Ledechko is a firm believer and they should all have those rosaries. But as you could see, it was pointless for me to try and get them from everyone, since most of the guards I knocked down couldn't be bothered in carrying any of them. Oh, let's see if that guy is over here. He is, but there's also that lady. maybe I'll be more lucky with these guards this time. Down you go. And again, no rosaries. Bye bye. So first thing first, I will replace that meat. Or maybe just make one more victim before that. Once again, no rosaries. Yeah, so as I mentioned before, if you do want to get that recipe, you can actually buy it. And I managed to do this part as well, replacing the meat at the butcher's. So basically now all I have to do is steal the rosaries, and once I'm finished with getting one more, I can skip time until morning and get my quests going on. Down you go. So finally I have the rosaries as well. And now I just need to wait until morning. Now I can actually have a good sleep. And I will also drop these, drop these, drop these, send these to the horse, and go to sleep. Now the reason why I kept those spoiled eggs is that I will actually need them a little bit later. So I will keep them in my inventory. Now, I think I will have to skip for another 2 hours. I forgot that Mr. Charlatan is sleeping. Hopefully he woke up. Nope. Wake up, lazy man.
Greetings.
Ah, you can actually wake him up.
So?
Good work. Everyone is talking.
Does this look like the
Half the village.
And did you sell it?
I don't trade.
I didn't know a cat's paw was...
Henry.
So, the job... But you just said the
Yeah,
whole
so
village is
apparently
shaking.
this is not the
whole
end of it.
village.
Well, surely that doesn't matter.
That's what I thought too. He needs shaking up.
But if he's not been scared yet...
Well,
Yeah.
exactly. And once he's there, make it.
Well,
It's best to be
the gossip woman.
Nat and Henry.
Yeah, so you'll need to ask the gossip woman about some
Try and come up the more terrifying.
brave man that refuses to get scared. Now, aside from that, you can also talk to the bailiff. There's kind of like a hidden part of the quest you can do. You will find out about some people that are usually around Ledechko, can be found around Ledechko, and they try to scare people or steal or things like that, and you can promise him to take care of them. Now, this is where the bailiff lives. I just stole his key earlier, so I could unlock his door.
God save.
Yeah, so you can ask him about the Revenant.
They weren't making it. How do you know it was them? Who else would it? What about the Revenant? Oh, don't you?
He will tell you that he thinks it's those people.
But who? Just
You can ask him who they are,
are they?
where they are.
That's all. May the Lord watch over you.
And he will give you a location over here, which you can easily get to.
Yeah.
Now, once I deal with those guys, I will just come back and talk to the gossip woman. Just a reminder, she's not the gossip girl, she is the gossip woman. And all she does is gossip, so not really that useful. But in my case, when I need her to spread something around, it's very, very useful. Yeah, so those men you can actually find around here.
Yeah.
And instead of actually making them do what the bailiff asked to, which is leave, you will need to convince them to help you.
What was that?
What do you want? You've no...
What do you want?
Well, you better take a good look.
Oh, all right.
I'm supposed to get you to...
What's the problem, all of it?
Someone hereabouts dug up a grave, and the bailiff reckons you lot are...
Sure.
Don't play the innocent.
No.
Well, maybe you ought.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so as you can see, you've got plenty of things,
Because
and you
I've
can
got a
ask them
thing
to
you
help you with the haunting.
Don't expect us to
perish the thought. No, it's something more suited to your,
frighten who?
the Ledechko villager.
Them lot are already
Aye, but not quite enough.
And how do you want us?
A bit of fire would be good, since the dead man...
Aye.
How do you know that?
One of us is from Ladechko.
I see.
You bet it.
I'll put in a good word for...
Yeah, so you can promise them to put in a good word with the bailiff.
Don't worry.
Basically, if you want to see them in action, you will need to wait until nighttime, and at nighttime they will go all around the village. Well, basically, one of them will be on one side, another on one side of the village, and I think there's 3 of them. And when they do that, they will start shouting, they will start making lots of scary noises in order to make the villagers tremble with fear. So now I'm off to the bailiff. I will tell him that apparently these people who are innocent are actually innocent. Since I was the one to blame for everything. But then again, I do want to become an apprentice charlatan. So, there's sacrifices to be made.
Who are you? Here I am, bailiff.
So, how did it...
I talked to those...
How can you be...
Well, those lazy...
Good luck to you.
Yeah, so there we go. Now, as I said, I do need to talk to the gossip lady. Oh, she only looks like her. And this is her, as far as I remember.
God preserve you, good night.
Good wife.
You're still here.
Fled?
Because there's a revenant.
Ah, that.
You mean...
Well, I don't know what it's...
That's him.
He even said he...
Aye.
Is he brave?
I couldn't tell you.
And do you believe it?
Well, it's...
What pair?
2 mates.
But he was alone.
Aye.
Yeah, so apparently once you talk to her, she will tell you that he does have some friends.
He got lost in...
He is
Poor lad.
That...
What?
His...
Why?
going around with.
His own father.
Poor lad.
My words.
Ah,
Yeah, once you talk to her, you will be asked to go back to the charlatan. And he will come up with the plan.
God be with you. So, if we could...
maybe.
That's only...
One of them is afraid...
I see.
He's afraid of fire. But
Well, we'll think of some...
how, though?
Haven't you...
Of course.
The most?
And how am I supposed to...
By his bark, naturally.
That's a dog.
Either that...
All right.
Have a con...
Yeah, great idea.
Goodbye.
Yeah, so now you need to find a dog with a strange bark. If you walk around the village and listen, you can hear it. If not, you can just come over here behind the charlatan. Get yourself over here. And this is the dog you're looking for. right over here, behind the tavern and bathhouses.
Come on then. Bark.
So you need to do this a couple of times.
Alright, let's see. Ruff. Ruff. Again. Boo. 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 That's still not quite it. Yeah. Boo. 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 That's it. And now I'm officially the village idiot.
So, as you can see, Henry says he just became the village idiot. Now, as you can see, this dog is quite terrifying. Basically, he sounds more like a cow than he sounds like a dog. So, again, it's time to go to the charlatan.
So, how...
I found that mutt.
So you've learned to bark.
I have, master.
So bark.
Bark? I'll give you...
Easy, easy.
But what if it's not enough?
Ah, ye of...
If we want to have him there...
And what if he find...
I can always haul them off.
Just make sure...
Don't worry.
Ah, yes, apprentice. You have an oil...
An oil lamp?
Yeah, so he has an oil lamp which you should shoot down.
That's the clever part. I've hung a lamp like this over the Revenant's grave. All you have...
Well, that could work.
Only what?
How can you be sure I'll manage to...
I believe...
Right. Well...
Anyway, you can practice. The lamp is already hanging up. It just hasn't been lit yet.
Aye.
Then you just have to goad our Felix into putting his...
But what if he doesn't fall for it?
Refusing would ruin his credibility.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, so that lamp is over here on the hill. You should try shooting it down. As far as I remember, it should work even now during the day. Now it is a little bit tricky to actually shoot it, and just in case it's not supposed to happen during the day, I will save the game before doing so. Now the lamp is, as you can see, over there, up in the tree. And I will try my luck with it. Nope. Now my bow skills are quite bad. So if you have better skills, it might be easier. You need at least a level 5 to hold the bow straight. But as you can see, even without that, I'm not so far away from doing it. Well, that one was far away. Nope. Yeah, so exactly when I think I've got it, I go even further. Now, if you don't have enough arrows, you should reload or buy more. Let me just see if I can actually get any closer to it. And that was close. And finally, I managed to shoot it down. Yeah, so I do think I will have to do it again at night. Let's see. I can actually throw this one away and get some of my arrows from the horse. And now it's time to go and provoke that guy. Basically, you're supposed to make fun of him a little bit in order for him to accept the challenge of going outside and spending all night on that hill. You can find him over here at the tavern. If not, you do have the quest marker, and you can easily get to him. There we go, there he is, fearless Felix, and you can provoke him.
You don't. Well, it's not true then.
Of course not.
You're kind of sure.
That I am.
Nothing. It's just that.
Are you saying I...
Well, can you prove your claim?
What?
Well, supposing you.
You reckon so?
Yeah, for sure.
Aye.
Yeah, so you do need to do a little bit of convincing.
Actually, sorry, but I don't have anything.
Never mind.
So when are you going to do it?
Just as soon as I...
Yeah, once you provoke him, the charlatan will dress up as something scary-ish.
Sorry. What's that you're wearing? I don't know.
It's my...
As you can see, he looks like
So did they come?
Yes.
some sort of human deer, combination.
Yes,
And the other one,
that will...
let him work out.
I couldn't have...
I won't, but...
Then you'd...
And what will you be doing?
I'll wait.
All right.
Yeah, so in order to frighten those two people, you will need to go around the hill and shoot that oil lamp. You can see it up there in the tree. Just make sure they don't see you. And that you have your arrows equipped. Now, I did manage to get a level up if I remember well, and now I should be able to hold the bow straight, but it's still a little bit hard to hit it. So at this point I think I have more chances of shooting the moon down than actually shooting that lamp. Unbelievable. Yeah, so if you want you can train your bow skills. You can do it at an archery range, or you can do it while hunting animals. That one was closer. And there we go. Once you get that down, one of those two men will get scared and he will start running away. Once that happens, you need to get close enough to their camp. And you have to start mimicking that barking. Make sure not to get seen. Yeah, so I think I will have to go around.
Heel.
Let me see one more time. There was something for the howling. Yeah, so I did that bark.
To heal, mutt. To me?
Not again. No, please, God, no. I can't stand this. No, no, please, no. They're everywhere. They'll devour me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that second guy left as well. And now you can just wait over here and see how the charlatan is going after fearless Felix. There we go. The crazy deer man is in action. As you can see, he is very, very, very scary. And once this happens, you just need to talk to the crazy man.
That was
How did you like that, eh?
wonderful.
Did you see him?
One was quite.
So what now?
Now I just.
And he will ask you to go see him in the morning. Now, if you go around the village, you can see and hear those guys that I actually convinced to start scaring people. Yeah, so there's one of them. Of course, when you get close to them or some guard is getting closer, they will start to run away. There was one over here. And there's one on the other side at the next exit from Ledechko. You can see them by that torch all the way up there next to those trees. Again, you'll hear them shouting and everything, and once someone gets too close, they go away. You can see there's one all the way in the back where my cursor is, on the other side of the village. But there's no point in actually caring about that. Now you just need to skip time until morning and wait for Mr. Charlatan to give you what's yours.
talisman to give you the luck.
Yeah, so there we go.
Good health to you.
Now you can ask him about the recipe.
Yes.
Never mind.
See you later. Rare merchandise.
Basically now you should finish that quest. Apparently he's not ready to finish it. Well, it is morning. I'll just wait 1 more hour. Maybe he's not mentally prepared yet.
Items on offer today for a fraction of their
About that rest.
Yes.
Yeah, so there is something wrong with this quest, apparently.
Saints from Italy, altar candles from France, and pieces of cloth all the way from the Holy Land.
Yeah, let's see. If not, I'll probably need to wait for an entire day. No, he is finally happy to call me his apprentice.
That's good news.
You're well. Here's something extra for you.
And I got both the mask and the recipe, as well as a good amount of groschen.
Indeed. Well, at least.
Yeah, if you need some training, he can train you in pickpocketing and alchemy, apparently.
Well.
If you need something from him, he does have plenty of useless things, and I finally managed to finish No Rest for the Wicked. Now it's time to go back to Sir Hans and tell him that I have his valuable recipe. Well, he needed the potion, not the recipe. I forgot about the eggs, so I can now just throw them away. Basically, you're supposed to throw them somewhere along the river in order to scare people that the plague is coming for them. But since I didn't do it and they were scared enough even without it, it's not such a big issue. Now, just before I get to see Hans Capon, I need to get some nourishment. Fortunately, when it comes to Ratai, there's no lack of food. You can basically find it all over. There's one in there, there's another one in there, there's another one in here. You've got plenty of pots from which you can eat. Yeah, so as I said, you need to talk to this ugly man and tell him about the potion.
Once I drink this potion, the fair the butcher's door, a rendezvous. You will hide and I'll do what? Here's a book of poetry. Learn poetry. Stop wasting time.
Yeah, apparently it's not enough to get him the potion. You need to learn some poems from this book, and you need to whisper to him, but that will have to be, let's see, that will have to be in the evening, so a little bit annoying. Let's see, I think I need to fix my armor a little bit. Now, I do have some things that I need to sell. This one I will keep. That burial shroud I will keep. So I will sell some of these things. I don't want to have my horse overburdened. But some of them will go in here. I'll just get this one back for myself. Yeah, so I will leave the noble sword in my trunk. I will leave this crazy burial shroud. And now it's time to sell some of those things. And then wait until night time for Hans Capon.
Good day to you. Good luck to you.
Yeah, so I'm not expecting a fortune for them. I'm just mainly getting rid of them. As I said in one of my previous episodes, I've already got the spending sorted out.
God's blessings.
What I actually needed groschen for, I already managed to fix. So now I can just sell things and make some extra groschen. So I'll just tip this guy. I don't really care about that. Yeah, what I couldn't sell, I'll sell back on my horse. Apparently I had way too many valuables for this guy. And I will save the game once more. After all, I did have some progress. And just to be sure, I will get some more potions. On this one I have to move in my inventory to read it later. Yeah, so basically you will start from Pirkstin Castle. Best way is to actually wait until evening over here. Now I think this should suffice. If not, you can always skip 1 more hour. Yeah, so once the sun sets, you need to come and visit Hans Capon. Once you knock on his door, you will get a little bit scared.
Something's gone wrong. Open up. I'm not gonna...
That potion tasted rather odd, and
The potion actually
feeling my face is broken out.
caused his face to get a major rash.
You're imagining it, sir.
But I feel as if I just...
You're just a little fluff.
If you're sure.
Why wait?
Alright then.
And now you're going to visit Carolina. Now, you don't really need to actually know those verses, but if you want, you can learn them.
Tell me, Henry, how many girls have you had in your life? If you've had any at all, that is.
Well, there's been a few.
Yeah, so as you can see, he does make a little bit of fun of Henry.
One day plays will be written about my amorous adventures.
Comedies or tragedies?
That might depend on how things go tonight.
Yeah, so these are the actions which I kind of find annoying. When you have to follow someone and they're barely moving. I do understand that they cannot go fast.
There's another very pretty girl living in this house here, but she's already got a suitor.
When has that ever bothered you?
Since the time her fellow threw me headfirst into a dung heap and kicked my arse for good measure.
It seems your future subject...
Yeah, apparently there is something to it. He will tell you
I doubt he would have done it if he recognized
some stories of
I was, incognito.
how he's messing around with all the women in Ratai, and maybe even more. Yeah, so at this point he wants to serenade Carolina, and you need to help him with the words, with the lyrics.
We're almost there. You'll hide behind a gravestone or in the bushes and don't budge from there.
Yeah, so as you can see, he tells you to hide. Once you reach this point.
Hide, Henry. Time to get started. How do you know it's her who? She got the letter. And what am I supposed to? What do you think?
So the easiest way to do it is to come over here and press hide. Now, as you can see, he will start
I can't see you.
Your most ardent admirer, fair
his fancy work.
And do you have a name?
What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would still be a flower, wouldn't it?
His memory is bad as hell. Yeah, so now you need to give him the tips.
What are you saying? I can't hear you.
Gentle night, why linger on? I yearn thus from
Unfortunately,
so long.
it will come out as something else, as you will see in a few seconds.
Gentle night, why linger on? I earned this from my love so long. Whip out your worthy silky breasts. Who shall suck my salty bits?
So yeah, it's crazy. Then you go with this one.
And now my heart in sorrow dwells, from melancholic pining swells, since I, alas, was forced to part from the mistress of my heart.
I know my horses sort of well. Some alcohol from 9 to 12. Seems I
As you
always
can
have
see, he
horse
is
apart
getting
from the
worse and worse
mistress
by
of
the
my
minute.
heart.
What on earth are you saying?
What's that hissing?
It's a feral goose here in the bushes.
And then the last one is this one.
In vain, I long to see my love again. O gentle sir, be of good cheer. I shall not cling to another dear.
Landlord, let me not wait in vain. I long to sing and laugh again. O gentle sir, get off your chair. I shall not bring you another beer.
Jesus, Henry, what kind of yokel nonsense are you babbling? Me? You're the one who's babbling.
You're an odd one. I've never heard such peculiar poetry in my life. Where on earth did you come up with it?
Yeah, so now you need to blame the French for it.
It's the latest fashion in France. You've done enough harm. Better shut up and leave it to me.
How did you like it, dearest?
Ah, how tender you are.
Yeah, and once this happens, her father comes in and Hans will have to go away.
Did you hear what he said? No, I have a bad feeling about this, Hans. I think we should...
Are you still there?
Still here, my love. How could I have apart from you?
Father's coming. He'll kill you.
He will not. Because it'll never cross his mind where I'll be. Henry?
Yeah, apparently he will leave you behind.
Cover my back.
There you are, you seducer. Now you'll see how
So now you have to do
Anytime. You got some
the
explaining to
crazy
do,
job
you
of distracting these people.
What are you after, you bastard, sneaking around an honest citizen's house in the dark?
Yeah, you can basically improvise.
Oh yeah. Then what are you...
No, the question is, why are you trampling on Great Granny's grave, eh?
Enough of your horse shit. One more word and I'll have you.
You really came.
Yeah, so as you can see, Hans is already busy.
Fast, Prince Charming. But since you're here...
Hey, what was that?
You need to tell him he imagined it.
That noise. I'm sure I heard a strange noise.
We're here in the cemetery. Maybe restless spirits, what do you reckon?
I'd swear it came from the window of my own house.
Well, what's that got to do with me?
Someone's been creeping around after my daughter. I come out and I find you here. Quite a coincidence, eh? So, out with the truth.
You're quite mistaken. I've never laid eyes on your daughter, and if she looks anything like you, I'd rather keep it that way.
Why, you
So
fucking...
as you can see, Henry does like to mess around.
Mon petit lapin. There's a lace here. Untie it.
Don't try to make a fool of me. I heard it clearly. What was that?
Are you alright? It seems to
You
me that
need
Harry
to make
finds
some
everything
more
through
fun
you.
of him. Basically anything in order to keep him down here.
In my head.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sent Euphrosyne of Polotsk heard voices too, and she found in a monastery and churches and things.
I heard voices too. Well, could have been voices. I wouldn't swear to it though.
Look, fellas, I was standing right here and I didn't hear a thing. Do you take me for a madman?
Whatever you are, I want to know what you're doing under my daughter's window and who was talking to her. I heard it clear as day.
Yeah, now you need to
neighbor,
go for some improvising about praying.
I'm here alone, praying for the souls of the good people resting in the cemetery.
Now, before you actually do this quest, you should make sure that your speech level is quite high.
But where did he get to? You must have seen him. Unless you're covering for him.
Yes.
As you can see, Hans is quite busy. And now you can start singing in order to distract them even better.
What the fuck are you playing at? My patience is wearing thin. Jesus, stop your damn screeching.
Nakopeczku stala, plakala, plakala. Jezu, Jezu, Maria, volala, volala. Jezu, Jezu, Maria, Jezu, Jemine. Budale tu chlapec, nebone. Budale tu chlapec, nebone.
Christ almighty. Let's go, fellas. This one ain't right in the head. The guards will have him for screeching after curfew. Let's not get mixed up in it. But if I ever see you here again,
there you go, you basically
your idiot skull.
managed to stall them enough to complete the objective. And now you need to see Hans in the morning. Again, get your torch because, as always, the guards are not happy. Get yourself some sleep or simply skip the time until morning and then go see Hans. Now I do have plenty of energy, so I'll just skip until after 8 o'clock. Yeah, apparently I managed to read one of the books while I was waiting and got myself some perks. I will go with this one, since Henry is an aspiring knight. And now it's time to talk to Hans and see what exactly
God be with you, lad.
the outcome
What can I do
was.
for you?
How did it go with Carolina, Sir Hans?
Henry, it was the most wonderful night
Yeah,
of
so
my
as you can
life.
see, you do gain some
She
speech
was
and reading
completely
experience.
entranced by my
For
courting.
some reason,
I
you
hardly had
both
to touch
lose
her, she
and gain
melted in my
reputation
arms.
at the same time.
And then, thanks in part to you, my faithful henchman and...
It was an honor, Sir Hans.
Oh, I'm not going to see her again.
And as always,
My
he just
eloquence was
wanted to mess
Here's the
around
letter. See you later.
and get you in trouble. You even got a love letter. That he wrote for her, which apparently she wasn't even able to read. And as you follow him around,
And well, I'm
you
sure
will
we've come to
notice
some agreement, your lordship.
Well, bearing in
another
mind,
scene
Master Butcher, that we had nothing to
with
come to an agreement
Sir
about.
Hanush
Well, yes, sir. Well, I mean, no,
and
sir.
the butcher.
I mean, I thought I ought to let you know what happened. Like, my daughter's good name could be dragged through the mud. And his young lordship's too, of course.
Oh, only if she should find us. Only if she should find herself with a permanent reminder.
Well, that could happen yet, sir, couldn't it? I mean, if her belly starts to grow. You know how word gets around, and well, folk would assume that Sir Hans is the father. Even if
Yeah, so as you can
mother-in-law
see, the
claims to
butcher
catch up
is
in the
trying to
meanwhile,
convince
you know,
Sir Hanush.
you already know. The girl can't be watched.
Are you trying to blackmail me? Have you
Or better said,
forgotten
to
that
blackmail
I
him.
am the lord of this town, and that you are nothing but a stinking butcher?
Oh, God forbid, sir. I'm just thinking of his young lordship's reputation and my girl's. But, of course,
Well,
if his young
honestly, he doesn't even care about his daughter. He just wants money,
and pay for his upbringing,
which is
You
why
can
it's so
thank
annoying.
your lucky stars you're the only butcher around here. Otherwise, I'd have you out on your ear this very day.
But, sir, I'm only...
Here, take this, you damn scoundrel, and never show
And
your
he
face
does
here
get some
again.
money.
Thank you, Your Lordship. I'm sure this will be enough. Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
Blasted fool Capon.
But Capon is in trouble right now.
I'll have his balls on a platter.
So, yeah. Now, once that happens, you can try to talk to Hans again. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. Sir Hanush is still here. You can try to talk to him, but unfortunately, he doesn't want to talk to you. Still, you did manage to finish with the DLC's quests, in which involved Hans Capon, and that's not such a bad thing. Yeah, so basically this was quite a long and a little bit tricky episode. I will just go to the mill right now, and then I will quickly check what I did during this episode, which unfortunately is not that much. Yeah, so basically it was the DLC quest Honeyed Words. Now, this involved miracles while you wait, and no rest for the wicked, which is actually quite long uh, due to various things. Yeah, so basically when it comes to the number of quests within that, it's not that high, but as part of the honeyed words I did have to do quite a lot of running around, not to mention whispering in the night poems. So this is basically how you help Hans Capon to add another woman on his conquest list, which is not something so nice, but after all you did get some rewards for it. Let's see, I got his letter, I got some groschen, I also got that poem book, and I did get some experience in speech and reading, so I can actually go for one of these. I will go for this one. Yeah, so this was the episode. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do in the next one. I will think about it before I start it. Until then, I hope anything you saw during this one, or you will see once you watch the video when it's posted, it will help you. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.